Hi, greetings from your vegan goddess. I've been away for a long time. I've been just relaxing and de stressing and letting the world just go by. I don't have time to get stressed out. So I'm getting to my inner goddess. I have been meditating and getting to know myself and like myself just the way I am. And whatever I don't like, I get rid of it. I'm been focusing on my strengths instead of believing in all the lies of my weakness, the so called lies that the system generates of my weaknesses, so called weaknesses. That's what I've been doing. So a question popped into my mind because I was doing a little research and I ran across this idea that saying that if you become a vegan, there's going to be world peace. Everybody needs to become a vegan, and then we'll have world peace because the killing of animals is causing all the classism, the racism, white supremacy, and all capitalism and all the corruption and the tearing up of the environment and whatnot. I said, well, possible, maybe, could be. But then I said, well, all this situation has a long history. Of course, I can't go into it right now, but we can go into it as we go along here. So what I'm saying to you is, what is your reason to be vegan? World peace? And is that possible? Will that happen when you become vegan? Well, one of the reasons I became vegan is because somebody made me a bet. At that time, I was overweight, and they bet me. I was eating my T-bone steak. I think I've told you this before. And they bet me that I couldn't stop eating it. So I submitted to the challenge, and I said, okay. And I stopped eating the meat. And then I noticed I was losing weight. And then I said, hoo, I like this. And then I started reading different books and whatnot. And, trying out different recipes and whatnot. And I became vegetarian, as we called it then, strict vegetarian. And then eventually vegan. Well, plant-based, sun food. I don't know, they got all kind of names for it, but I would like to call it more like sun food or energy food or peaceful food or foods of the goddess, of the great mother, earth, and the great one that from all which all come, the great womb of the cosmos. Okay, all right, let's get into this a little bit more. So, yeah, for health reasons. Yeah, I would say for health reasons for humans, because there's tons of research out now saying that those who are plant-based or eat sun food, which I call sun because you get them off trees, photosynthesis and whatnot, sun food, don't have all those degenerative diseases like heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, etc. List goes on. List is 5 miles long. And also, it'll be good for the health of the animals because the factory farming and all the cruelty and stuff that people subject those poor animals to. And then when they know they're going to die, they're going to secrete these different types of chemicals of fright. And they're going to pass that karma off to you. So I don't know if you want to partake of that, but it doesn't sound like a great idea to be so cruel. Because there is such a thing, most religions teach this, or philosophies. What comes around goes around, whatever you put out in the universe, it'll come back to you. So if you're killing animals and they're frightened and they have all these chemicals and, those, what do you call it, butchering houses where they butcher them up and kill them and murder them and all that blood and filth is there. Now, if you want to put that in your body, then, feel free. But it doesn't sound like a great idea. And then also the health of the planet. Now, you have all this factory farming, all this waste. Where does this tons and tons of cow waste and animal waste go? It doesn't go down the toilet. There's no sewage system for it because there's so many tons. It's like thousands of tons of animal waste or feces. So you know where it goes? It goes under the groundwater, into your rivers. So you drinking the cow shit. I don't care. Oops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Cow feces. And probably even if you have bottled water, it probably is in there too, I would suspect. But you could probably filter it out, maybe. I'm not sure about that. So there's a lot of reasons not to eat it. But first thing you should do is purify yourself. I am pure, I am pure, I am pure. Okay? So you're going to purify your thoughts. Because you can be vegan and then you might see another person as an object or an other, and you want to have domination over them, and you want to go into their land and steal all their resources and whatnot. But you're not gonna eat animals, like as they say, free willy, but kill people that look like me. So that don't make sense to me. But the way I think of it is that each individual would have to learn to connect with their inner self, and to know that they're connected with all nature. Nature is all a part of you. Nature's in you, around you, inside your head, and the spirit of the cosmos is in. So say 1 + 1 = 1. 1 with the Most High, like 12 noon heights. 12 noon. 12 noon is the sun is its highest spot. So get in contact with your inner self and be peaceful for yourself and believe in yourself and treat yourself really well, and knowing that you're just an extension of the creatress, the great creatress. You're an extension. We're all an extension of her. The animals are a part of her. You're a part of her. The little frogs, the lakes, the rivers, it's all one. So when something gets off balance, it's going to start to affect everything, the whole planet. That's why you have all the fierce weather that's going on, because everything is out of balance, from eating the animals to thinking certain people that look like me as objects and assets. They see us as asset. People, they steal all our creativity and all our ideas and our resources and our whole minds and whole beings. So world peace, I don't see it coming anytime soon, because the whole philosophy, the whole ideology is of domination. We have this hierarchy, and highly melanated people with tightly coiled hair is at the bottom, because the whole system is a vampire and it feeds off highly melanated people. They try to say that we're lazy and we don't do nothing and we're the problem, but we know that's not the truth. And I'm going to tell you that's not going to change. If you be a racial realist, to know that racism is not going anywhere. It's not going nowhere, because whiteness is property. It's a commodity. There's benefits from it, lots of goodies. So they're not going to give up the goodies, not anytime soon, okay? Probably see the whole world go pop. It's at the point of extinction now, so, well, of course they feed us the propaganda like they're really doing something, but that's all to make money. They're not changing nothing. So we have to change ourselves and look for people who think like us, who look like us, and treat them with respect and educate them, organize them, mobilize them, so that we can be stronger for ourselves, okay? All right. So, but like I said, it has a long history. I would think that all this exploitation and torture and cruelty probably started long before, but we can kind of mark it with Christopher Columbus. When they came to the New World, first thing they did, him and his crew, was commit genocide on the indigenous, aboriginal, first world people, which they look like me, according to a lot of research. Okay. So, and then they cut down a lot of trees. They start cutting down trees and whatnot. And you can, there's a lot of good stuff out, a lot of historical information. Try Dr. Clyde Winters. Yeah, look him up on YouTube. A lot of information, a lot of great books, a lot of research to give you some more information about who the indigenous actually are of the planet. Okay? So anyways, this system of free slave labor from my ancestors from Africa and from the indigenous people here that they made slaves that look like me. Then you have sugar, that was a part of all the islands. England and stuff had their taste for that sugar. So, and then came cotton. Cotton was king. And cotton was, people think, oh, cotton, there was just a cotton pickers out there. No, we changed the whole reality of the whole world was changed by cotton. They used to be wearing fur and silk and all the things. Now cotton is so common, you don't really think about it. But it's a really important issue. So all that money from all that free labor of murder and torture and splitting up families and cutting people's necks off and sticking them through poles and rape and torture and cutting women's bellies out and babies falling on the ground, all that stuff, plus stuff you don't even, burning people at the stake and whatnot. So they would keep working and have the fear of the devil in them. All of that free money, thousands, millions of dollars, was why the Industrial Revolution came along. Your locomotives, steam engines and whatnot, cars. So what happens now? Pollution. And using fossil fuel pollution. All this was created and coming from putting my ancestors in captivity. Okay? So you're going to reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. So, and Oya, which is the wind goddess from West Africa, I think from Nigeria, Yoruba. Well, we see what happened, how the weather is changing. It's just getting really wild and crazy. You got floods, you got tornadoes, you got such drastic weather that I have never seen before. You got it really warm in the wintertime. So all this stuff is happening. Now, so, okay. So I said all this to say that, yeah, we do need to change the planet. We need to do a new system that benefits the humans and plants and the earth. Also, we need a redistribution of all the stolen wealth through reparations. Yes, that would be a start. That's not the end, but that would be a start. A redistribution of the wealth. So if you really want to save the planet, redistribution of all the stolen wealth of slavery. Now, is that going to happen? Do you want world peace? People say they do, but ask them to redistribute that wealth. We'll see how much world peace. They'll be talking about world peace. Because most of these people that's talking all this stuff, they living real good, boy. They living real good. They can get all that high-priced vegan food and do all these things, stuff that a lot of us are not able to do. That we can do, though. We can do. All we have. So basically, this is my conclusion. We know what happened and what's going on, what's still happening. And the fact that people are saying, oh, you be vegan, you have world peace. That's a false hope. It ain't gonna happen because racism and killing of animals are cousins, sisters, bedfellows. They're bedfellows. So they don't want. So racism is permanent. So all this torture of animals is permanent. Okay. All right. Because remember, we were 3/5 human, and they see us as objects and non-humans by the treatment that we get every day from all this. What do you call it? Passive aggression. Yeah, passive aggression, and overt, covert mistreatment or racism, white supremacy, white homogeny, domination, whatever you want to call it. So I say that that's not going to change. That's giving you a false hope. So you say, oh, there's some good people out there. I'm just going to keep striving and protesting. The system is not going to change. It's going to be like that guy on, what did I say, the Terminator. Every time you smash it down, it readjusts itself for the resistance. So you make it stronger and stronger and stronger. So what I'm going to say, I set out that to say this. Forget it. You don't need to protest. Work on yourself, love your people, and build with your people, and get over all these trivial arguments and tribalism about who's smarter. I'm smarter than you. I got more money than you. I do this better than you. and I don't like you because this, and I don't like you because of that language, and I don't like you because of that. And you did this to me, and you keep holding all these grudges on, and it's so heavy, and it's so dark, and it's so depressing. Just let all that go. And how you can do that, this is how you can do that. Become a plant-based diet so you can have a pure, light existence, because you're not taking in all the karma of animals, the pain, the murder, the torture. You're not taking all that into your life. So that's a good thing right there. And you're not trashing up the planet with all that animal feces and all the pollution from the feces of the cows and pigs and whatnot. So that's great. I think that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful. I think that is great. And so get rid of that bad diet. And then we can start getting into different forms of alternative energy, like solar energy and wind energy and whatnot. I mean, the real thing. Because that's what the ancient Kemetics used to do. They used to have solar energy and whatnot. So in closing, the planet is out of balance, as you may have noticed. And we have to get everything in balance as far as the feminine energy has to be centered, recentered, and it has to blend with the masculine energy. Okay? Keep that in order. And we must find out our purpose on Earth, why we're here. Why were you sent to planet Earth? Why did you come at this time on planet Earth? Just to go to work and accumulate all this wealth, a big old house, 50 mansion house, when, some people are starving all over the world, especially our people, it look like us everywhere you go in the world. Black people are melanated people, highly pigmented people, first world people, the first people that the Most High got us. And God decided to make, that looks like me, darkest, tightly coiled hair, very, very tightly coiled hair, looked like us. We were the first, lived here for at least 500,000 years, or at least 250,000 years, at least. So I'm saying that, yes, we can have a new world, but the new world starts within us. Since we are the guardians of the planet, we must take care of the animals and the planet and ourselves. But like my granny used to tell me, she would have been about 100-something years old. She was born in 1913. Well, you go do the math. Charity begins at home and spreads abroad. So the charity, the goodness, the warmth, the peace, the happiness, the compassion has to start within you. And looking at the person in the mirror that looks like you love them, you respect them, because guess what? 1 + 1, 1 + 1, 1 + 1 = 1. We're one with the Most High Goddess, God. So just be peaceful and do your meditation to get away from the stress and the worries and the torture of all the traumas of life that's inflicted upon us by the dominators. And really get into yourself as far as meditation. And go out and change the world. Peace and be blissful. And I'll see you later. Your Vegan Goddess is tuning out. If you have any comments, you can, give me your perspective of what you think about all this. If you think I'm just talking fluff, give me your opinion. I want to hear it. And you think you can eat all the meat and all the garbage you want and it won't have any effect on you and you don't care, let me know, So, and it's not about disliking anybody or hating nobody. I know some people always want to say that. No, that's just an excuse. Just quit sweeping all the dirt under the rug, because that's not going to solve anything. You have to bring it out, look at it, deal with it, and say, I'm pure, and then you can move on. But us, we need to forget about these people that want to oppress us and murder us and gentrify us. Forget about it. You must think about yourself, your brothers and your sisters. Work with them. All these little petty differences that we have, everybody, that's fine. You can have any religion you want. But the main thing is that we have to learn to work together. All us melanated, highly pigmented people with tightly coiled hair and in between there. Okay? We got to work together. Because the earth is at the brink of extinction, and we're a part of the earth. We're at the brink of extinction. Because this virus, well, I didn't mean to say that. This illness that's in the earth right now has been here since Christopher Columbus, and probably before that, way back into the Roman times, Well, so think about it, and go out and do it. And just think about it. Just be pure. Have pure thoughts and a pure outlook on the world. And that work on yourself. Love your brothers and sisters that look like you. And if you got any love left over, then maybe you can love somebody else. But you really need to do that. Because how you going to go out and say, well, love everybody? You can't love everybody. Especially if you don't love yourself and those that look like you, then you got a problem. So let's save the planet, save the animals, save each other, and help each other, lift each other up, and move forward. Do your best every day. Be the best. Do your best. That's all you have to do in this system, no matter what. Because the creatress, the creator, the Most High is going to make a way for us. You just have to put in the effort. Have a clean, pure diet, clean, pure thoughts, and have no fear, no doubt, and listen to your intuition and the messages of the Most High. Okay? Y'all be sweet, be loving, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You're only human. Human. You're going to make errors along the way. So just look at them and say, okay, I'm not going to do that next time. Okay? All right. Tuning out. More holistic. Give me a thumbs up and press the button. Little button down there. Subscribe. I have lots of more information for you. So how you can move forward, move on, move higher. Remember, eat that light, pure food so that when your soul decides to leave, that it's ready to leave, that you can just go and float on up, right? All right. Have a good day. And thank you for your time and energy. Thank you.